Hello everyone and welcome for a new casted game on AoE4. Today we're gonna look at a very interesting match between Scatterbrained and Downfall. We are here in the Back to the Sea, a tournament organized by HAG, and today the first map is always Lakeside because it's how the event works. We are on the round of 16, so the beginning of the main event of this amazing event, $300 cash prize. And as I talked about, this is a map that is mandatory, and at every round of this Back to the Sea, we are gonna see different maps that are mandatory. So the first one is Lakeside, and then after we will gonna have more and more maps that are close to the sea because we are back to the sea, guys, because it's summer and we are gonna enjoy the beach, the cocktails and stuff like this. So today, the round of 16, so the beginning of the event, the winner will go directly in the round of 8, so basically the quarterfinals. And this is a BO3, the first to 2 victory wins, and this is Scatterbrained in color yellow as the Order of Dragon, and Downfall that is playing in teal, the Ottomans. We're gonna see 2 docks, of course, because this map we have a deep water fish, and the idea is to go and get it as fast as you can. The Ottomans is not a civilization that we see often on this map, but it feels like okay because you have the dock that costs only 90 wood compared to 150 for most civilization, and we have the Order of the Dragon. The thing with this civilization is not with the fishing, is more about the chapel that you can do on the H2. This is a very good landmark on this map because you can put it here, for example, and you have all your wood, your gold, and also all your ships, and there is a lot of ships on this map, so this is kind of a good civilization. And also because you have the water, what is very good with the Order of the Dragon is that you will not lack as much food as compared to others map, like for example land maps and stuff. And this is the main issue with the Order of Dragon, the fact of missing food, because all your units are quite heavy on food. So this is very nice, and also it's very cool because on those maps where you can do a little bit of fishing ships and take the ships, the fishes and stuff. What is very cool is that you can go faster on the A-jobs, and this is very nice with the Order of the Dragon because you can have the Burgrave that allows you to have cheaper units and produce them faster. So this is very, very nice with this civilization. We don't do the mining camp because, as I talked about before, we are going to do the chapel here. So we can put like 4 villagers here as they gather faster, and also they can carry more. It's okay to do so because you will not to have a lot of travel time and stuff like this. Only 2 travels and you can go on the A-job. So as you can see, we're gonna put the chapel here with those 4, I think, from Scatterbrained, exactly, and we will not have to do the mining camp. So it allows us to have, well, to save 50 of wood. This is basically the stuff. And we have the chapel here, as I talked about before. We can have the gold that is boosted, also the wood and the sheeps. So what are we doing on the side of Downfall? We are doing a second dock, okay. This is quite interesting also because those 2 players have a very good level on AoE4. Downfall is quite new player on the tournaments. He used to spend a lot of time on the ladder and not a lot of time on tournaments, but he started to do so in the EGC, in the last tournament from EGC. I don't know the name of the tournament, the Yearly Classic Free. I think I never saw him before on tournaments, and this is quite interesting because he has a very good level. I think he has the same level as Scatterbrained approximately. So we will see who wins in this face-off. This will be very, very nice. Okay, so Scatterbrained H2 with the chapel. He is already with 400 food. This is quite a lot, and now he will directly go on H3, I think. This is, I think, the goal with the Order of the Dragon on this map, to go fast H3 and have the Burgrave that allows you to have cheaper units. This is very, very cool with the Order of the Dragon because those units are very expensive on this civilization. So yeah, this is the main issue with this civilization. Your units cost so many resources that it's difficult to have food, for example, because it's twice the cost. So basically, if you want to do some light cavalry, for example, normally it's 100 of food. Well, with the Order of Dragon, it's 200 of food. So you will lack of food very, very fast with this civilization. This is the main issue. So that's why on those maps, it's very nice to have Order of the Dragon. Hybrid maps are the best map for them. And land maps, it's complicated. So we can see here 2 boats from Downfall, a Hulk, and also a Doe. And after that, we will have an explosive ship. Okay, be careful with those fishing boats. It's okay, it's defended. And Downfall has a very good... I think he's ahead on water because he has 2 docks. So it costs him more resources. And as you can see here, he spent a lot of resources on the water, more than his opponent. So he will be ahead on the water, but he will be behind on the age ups. So this is basically what happens on this map. You want to go on the age up or you want to take the water. If you have the water, you have the late game. If you have the H3 faster, then you have a timing where you can attack your opponent, maybe destroy some villagers, and if you do enough damage, you have a okay late game, but you have to take this timing. If you miss this timing and your opponent take the water and you don't do damage back, then it will be a difficult game. So this is basically what you want to do on this map. You have several options. Or you're safe on the water, or you want to go fast on the age ups. But as you can see here, Scatterbrained managed to defend pretty nicely, I have to say, compared to his fast age up. But Downfall will do the same. He will be a little bit behind on the age up. But maybe Ottoman is a better civilization on the... I don't know. The fact is that you have more... units for free. So this is very, very nice. With the... Ooh, this will be difficult. Yeah, we're gonna lose this Pringles chip. Yeah, we're gonna lose it. And this is not good for Downfall. This is not good at all. We're gonna repair the door that deals damage. We're gonna do a demolition ship. Another one that is here. We didn't use this one. This is quite weird. And the Burgrave is arriving. Downfall will have like an H3 that can help him having some siege units for free. So this is quite cool. We cancelled the demolition ship. Or maybe it's destroyed, I don't know. I didn't see. But basically here Downfall lost the water, in my opinion. And this is not cool, of course, because, well, the water is very, very important in order to have more food. And if the Order of the Dragon have the water, the problem is that he can do a lot of units very fast. Because, well, the Burgrave, it's less expensive, but also it's faster to produce. So it feels like a very good option here for Scatterbrained to have the water. And this is very good beginning for him. But we have the Mehmed Imperial Armory for Downfall in order to have some siege units for free. The thing is that this is very cool. But the thing is you don't have a lot of mobility because of this. Because the siege is very low. What is very interesting is that when we age up with Downfall, we have the Imams, so we directly take the relics, and we're gonna take the relic that is very far from our base. So this is very cool. We are gonna take the gold here. We have a gold in the back of our base, so this is basically very dangerous to do so. But okay, I get it. The walls here in order to defend the base, of course. And yeah, the siege are low mobility, but what is very interesting in this map is that you don't have a lot of space to defend. And also the thing is, if you do, like, for example, outposts here and here, you can protect the sacred sites and maybe win with the sacred site victory. And this is very strong to have a mass of siege, in my opinion. So maybe it's cool for Downfall to use this civilization. Oh, we lost we lost a villager here. We lost also 4 fishing boats there. So yeah, this is basically what Downfall lost with all of this. But he managed to have more economy. I don't know why. Oh yeah, because of the traders. Because of the traders inside this building. This is Sultanani trade network. This is quite interesting. In order to have a better economy, of course. We have some janissaries and also heavy cavalry. So this is the composition of army we want. I'm quite surprised because I don't know if the janissaries are better than the crossbows. I don't know. Crossbows can be very interesting because they can counter the man-at-arms and are quite decent against spearmen. Janissaries are okay versus those units, but I feel like crossbows are better. I don't know. In terms of cost, of course, because a janissary will have more statistics, more DPS, more health, maybe also than the... Oh, this is not cool to lose those 2 imams. Yeah, we lost 2 of them. Okay, we have a 3rd one here. The goal is to defend those relics. This is very nice. But yeah, if we have Springles, I mean, it's a very good combo of unit because we have janissaries that protects from the cavalry. We have here the lancers that can tank a little bit. And we have the Springles in order to deal with the melee units. So this is okay, I think. This is quite interesting also. The composition of army of the Ottoman is very difficult to counter. And that's why you want to attack them pretty fast, in my opinion. It's kind of difficult to deal with that. If they have a big mass of units, it's very, very difficult. Here, Scatterbrained will steal the relics here from Downfall. Downfall will try to prevent that. Maybe he will manage to do so, I don't know. The 2 sacred sites are taken from Scatterbrained. And 2 Springles already. This is very, very fast. This is a minute. A spring out for a minute. This is quite fast production. Okay, so we have the Iron Undermesh plus 1 ranged armor. And as you can see here, the outpost will be here in order to defend the position. And this is basically what you want to do on this map. After going on H3 and attacking on water, you want to take the control of the sacred sites in order to win with this condition. You want to take the advantage on the map, but Downfall will manage to take down this sacred site. So basically we will defend only this one from Scatterbrained. And the outpost will not... Okay, we have a first one here, and maybe a second one will go there. Oh, we saw here from Downfall, very nicely played. We kill 1 villager, maybe 2, 3, 4. And this is Order of the Dragon villagers. So this is very, very bad for Scatterbrained to lose those villagers, because you produce them like slower, 23 seconds compared to 20 seconds from most civilizations. But they produce faster, of course. Okay, we managed to lose only 2, so this is quite nice. And yeah, basically on the late game, I feel like Ottomans has something to do versus Order of the Dragon. The problem of the Order of the Dragon is that they can mass a lot of units that are very, very strong. But I have to say the Ottomans, they have quite good army, as I talked about just before. The fact of having units that comboed very well. Like, for example, the Sipahis are very tanky, and this is a very good unit. The Janissaries can protect your siege, and your siege deals a lot of damage to the units. But the problem with the Ottomans is if you lose your siege, then you have lost the game, I have to say. Okay, so basically we are going to try and take this relic, but there is a spearman here to protect. So this relic is kind of, yeah, difficult to have for those players. We are gonna take it back and then contest it from our opponent and get back again and stuff like this. So yeah. Okay, we have a prelate here. Maybe we manage to take this relic. I don't know, because there is the army of Downfall that comes here. The outpost. And we're gonna try to go fast H4 from Downfall. This is quite weird to have that much resources in the bank. Oh, we have 4 military schools. So this is a quite interesting stuff to do in order to have a very good production of army. But it it puts you a little bit behind at the beginning. Oh, we are not producing on this one. We misclicked it from Downfall. This is sad. And yeah, you have a better production, of course, of army, but you are a little bit behind when you do that because it costs a lot of resources. It costs 150 wood and 100 of stone. So basically, you're not producing army well when you're doing the military school. And as you can see here, a crossbow is approximately 1 minute and 10 seconds. So we are gonna go with 1 minute and 15 seconds. And so a crossbow is 120 resources, I think. So basically, you would have to wait like 3 to 4 minutes in order to pay back your military school. So during that timing, you're quite behind your opponent, and you have to be careful. As I talked about before, if you lose your siege with the Ottomans, it's gonna be very, very difficult. So we are gonna try to take this fight, but not that much because those crossbows can destroy those Springles. Very well played from those Springles. We are gonna tank with those units and hit and run with those Springles. Very well played from Downfall. This is very interesting. And here, Scatterbrained will try to destroy those Springles with those crossbows. Yeah, this will do. This is difficult here for Downfall. We are behind because of those military school, and also because we didn't produce any unit thanks to our resources here. Maybe if we produced, it could be better. Yeah, we have the outpost, and we are gonna have a Springle placement, but I mean, this is already destroyed. This is not cool for Downfall. Maybe we greeded a little bit too much, and maybe we could have built more units. I think the fast stage 4 is interesting, but the problem with this map is if you do so, you lose the control of the map, and if you lose the control of the map, then you let your opponent having those 2 secret sites, or if you try to prevent your opponent from having those secret sites, then you lose your army. And this is basically what happened for Downfall. So yeah, if you lose the control of the map, then you cannot go and take the gold and also those deers and stuff like this. So you're losing a lot of resources. Fast stage 4 is not a solution, I think, on this map. It's too difficult, in my opinion. And you have to protect your siege, as I talked about before. Maybe having some mangonels also could help. Yeah, I don't know. This is difficult to know. But here we lost like 6,000 of value, and we only destroyed 3,500. So yeah, we lost almost twice what our opponent has lost. And also we can produce so much faster with the Burgrave, and so much cheaper also, those units from the Order of the Dragon. This is very, very interesting and very strong landmark. That's also why you don't really want to go on the H4 fast, because your opponent has a very good timing also. And so he can attack you, he can prevent you from taking those resources. 16 kills from economy. This is a lot. But we are Ottomans. I mean, Ottomans can have pretty decent economy thanks to those military school. I think they have been payback right now, but I'm not sure. I don't know when exactly he did those military schools. But yeah, this is a very nice game right now for Scatterbrained. I think he's ahead. And if he continues to put pressure here, the problem for Downfall will be the food. He will not have enough food to produce his army, and if he doesn't have enough food to produce the army, he will not be able to protect the siege, because he will not have enough in this position. And yeah, this is basically what is happening right now. So now Scatterbrained can snowball from what happened before, because Downfall didn't produce enough army. He lost everything and lost a little bit of siege, and then he didn't have enough. He lost a lot of units, and yeah, Scatterbrained continued to put pressure, and basically the power of the snowball is here. Guys, this is the first game of the face-off, Scatterbrained versus Downfall. Scatterbrained managed to take this map, but it's not over. This is a BO3, the first two victories wins, and goes directly to the quarterfinals from this amazing event organized by HAG. Guys, don't hesitate to go and watch HAG, of course, because we are creating a lot of events on AoE4. This is very, very cool. And yeah, 1-0 for Scatterbrained. See you in the next one. Bye.